What's up, brother? Henry may have some technical difficulties. He is, well, he's in a hotel room, so he is working on it. I'm gonna add him back to this. There you are, again.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am here. Believe it or not, I'm not baking bread tonight.
No?
Am I in this? Am I in the screen? There you go.
Yeah,
Woo!
you are. Something's going on with our layout here. Let's just see what's going on. I don't know what's up, but it's like we had 3 and then I don't know.
That's something I did.
I think I can remove that. There we go. All right. Yes. Welcome,
Good evening.
everybody.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I have not shaved, showered. I brushed my teeth.
Can't smell you, so it's fine.
I've been on a track all day with my kid, with Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Myrtle Beach. Okay.
Gorgeous here. Gosh. We just had dinner.
Myrtle Beach. I've been to Myrtle Beach before. It's really nice.
Yeah, it really is. We just had dinner at this nice little restaurant, Merle's Inlet.
Yeah.
And nice seafood. We always try to get seafood whenever we're at the beach, someplace on the water. Just
it's always a good idea to get it when you're near the water.
Yeah, so we go Perplexity. We want something mid-range, don't kill us on price, and something where we don't have to dress up, and ratings have to be good. Pick a place, and he gives us like 4 or 5 places to choose from.
Yeah.
And then, and invariably, every time, man, which is spot on. We had dinner at this place tonight that looked like someplace where you'd rather go and sit down and have a beer and watch the ball game.
Okay.
But it was killer. It was killer.
Like the food was like a sports bar kind of thing?
Kinda, yeah. But in Merle's Inlet, everything is good. Everything.
So what'd you have to eat? What kind of seafood did you have?
We had flounder, stuffed crab, mussels, oysters, shrimp, hush puppies, my favorite thing.
Ooh.
And yeah, it was a big old deal. But that's the way we do it.
I think Tank is a big fan of the hush puppies, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm a hush puppy guy. I love a hush puppy.
I kind of always liked hush puppies myself, so it's no surprise that he also likes them.
So I'm struggling.
It's weird because when I was a kid, I didn't like onions, and hush puppies definitely have onions in them. If they don't have onions in them, they're not very good.
Right.
But for whatever reason, I always liked hush puppies. So I think I just was like, I think I didn't like onions because I just had a thing that I thought I didn't like onions because I use onions all the time now.
So I need a hack.
Okay. You don't have a corkscrew?
No, I don't.
Oh boy.
But that's never stopped me.
There's a thing where you put it. You got a dress shoe?
No, I have a tennis shoe. You're frozen on me. You froze on dress shoe.
Okay,
I got you.
You said tennis shoe. I heard you. I've seen in the inside of the heel of the shoe, put the bottle in the heel of the shoe. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this. All right. Got the shoe. Got the bottle. This is not a wine bottle, but it'll do for the demonstration. And then, and what it does is it creates pressure up the top.
Right.
And it should pop the cork out if you do it
hard enough.
Yep. Oh, well, I don't know if it's required that hard, but whatever reason, it creates some pressure. put my shoes back on.
Hey, I think maybe what I'll do is run this out to the guy at the front desk and see what he's got.
That would work too.
Meals your keys.
The other thing you can do, I know, is if you have a heat source like a lighter, you can heat up around underneath the cork, and it'll heat it up and pop out.
So here's, you know what? Why don't we put it to the people out there? Tell them in the comments, give us your best way to get inside this bottle and see what we can do. Who's got some ideas here?
Yeah.
Because I'm certainly not. I don't know about this shoe thing. I know how I used to take like a screwdriver or a butter knife.
Oh yeah.
And pound it down into the bottle.
No, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Oh, you're gonna hurt your hand, dude.
I know, right?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Try the shoe thing. All now right. I want to see if it works.
Try the shoe thing.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. All right.
Okay. Dad.
I think. Are you gonna like push it up? Hit something hard, like the floor or a table or something.
Yeah, I'm on a table.
Yeah, we all saw that.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
Okay, let's see. Work. Oh, Tracy says the front desk should have a corkscrew.
Yeah, would you see if so she's going to check to see if there's a corkscrew front desk.
You have an assistant today.
I have an assistant this evening. Yes.
Good plan. She wouldn't come on camera. I already asked.
No, she will not.
That's all right.
She's standing way over. She was standing way over there by the door. I was like,
mm-hmm.
Come on. It's not that serious.
Did you notice I'm not in the dark today?
I noticed that. I was going to mention that. What's up?
I own these really nice, kind of expensive key lights, and they're out in my studio kitchen. Well, I'm not in the studio kitchen, so I was like, you know what? These things are portable. I'm just going to move them. So I put them on my desk, and now I'm lit up.
Much better.
Much better.
I've got a hotel room lamp.
Yeah.
And an overhead microwave.
Well, my wife said you looked better than me last week. Well, she was like, she said, you look dark and out of focus. Henry looks good. I was like, thanks a lot, honey.
How about that? Finally, somebody recognizes.
Yeah.
But you did. Yeah. You were in the goth.
I know. I was looking kind of shady.
So I'm doing a search of the room, trying to figure out some tools.
You look fine, by the way. So you don't really have to do all that. You look fine.
No, I'm talking about trying to get into this.
Oh,
I'm trying to get into this. Yeah.
They
don't even let you take. They don't even let you take the hangers off the rack anymore.
Oh yeah, they're attached. You can't take them off. Yeah.
Nice wooden hangers.
Yeah.
But I can't put one in the suitcase. They're stuck.
No. That's why. Because you might try.
I
like your yellow shirt. That's a good color for you.
Thank you. Yeah, trying to be recognizable on the ball field, on the track field.
You're out of uniform, but you're in your uniform for track field. So how'd Ryan do today?
Yeah. So he had a 200 meter today, which is not his event at all. I think they just stick him in that to get credits. So I think he made it to he's in the finals. So what they do is they take the top so many from heat one, next top from the next heat, and then you make it into the finals. I think he made it in by the skin of his teeth, but yeah. So that's the 200.
Like him, usually he's
yeah, but not in the 200. 200 is not his deal. So 2 weeks ago, He won the javelin event. He won the 100 meter, and he won the 100 meter relay. So the 100 meter relay is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Javelin's on Saturday, and the 100 meters is on Saturday. So he's going to have to throw, run over and do the 100 meters, and come back if it's necessary for the javelin. But if
Javelin,
he puts it
he's good. He's really, really good at, though, right? Isn't
yeah,
that where he has a bunch of those records?
Yeah, he's a conference champion. He has 6 school records in it. He's ranked 12th in the country, and
Okay.
He's defending his title this weekend. That's what this is all about. So if he does well, whether he does well or not, he's still going to nationals, and
Right.
he thinks he has a 70 in him. So if we can get a 70 meter out of him
Okay.
tomorrow or Saturday, then man. But they're already making plane reservations to Arizona for nationals. The coach came over and talked to us today.
Cool.
Ooh,
so is he going to Arizona
yeah.
State? That's where my niece just graduated from.
I don't know. It's in Arizona. It probably is at Arizona State. I mean, that's wherever the big venue is, because
Tucson?
everybody's coming in from. I think so. People are coming in from all over the country.
Yeah, that'll be Arizona State.
That's probably where it is. So we didn't get to go last year, and we got to get it. We got to do it this year. We got to do it.
Okay, so you're going to Arizona, hey?
Yes.
I wish I was going to Arizona too right now, because that's one of my states that I need to knock off my list.
50 by 50?
Yeah. I'm still doing it.
Where are you with that? Where are you?
Not far enough. But I did film an interesting segment for Florida this past weekend.
Where?
I wasn't planning on going to Hawthorne, Florida. That is where Camp Shands is located. And my wife had some scout training that she had to do there. She's training to be a day camp director. So.
Oh yeah, okay. You did tell me she was into scouting now. She's like a director, like you are.
Yeah, similar. She did the day camp version, which is not the same as what I'll have to do, which is summer camp and winter camp. But got scissors. Rhonda says call room service, by the way.
Rhonda, I'm not staying in one of those fancy hotels.
Every hotel has room service, though. You're gonna make it hard to get into. Maybe you should use your shoes to smack the scissors so you don't hurt your hand.
Now you're thinking. This better be some good wine.
I hope it is. You're working awful hard for it.
You don't get to see this kind of stuff.
Did you buy some cupcake at Dollar General? Is that where you got your why you got your yellow shirt on?
Cupcake. That's not as good as my hand, man.
No.
Uh-oh, here we go.
What? Uh-oh, we got movement.
Movement. Oh, yes. Now, I'm smart enough.
Joanna's going to come back and she's going to be like, oh, you already opened it? Thanks a lot for sending me downstairs.
Yo, she brought me this. Yolanda, can you hand me a towel, please, dear? I'm smart enough not to go further, because what will happen is it'll...
Yeah.
Yep. Out.
Yeah.
But we have movement and we have liquid. Man, I'm in.
All right. Oh, I'd say I wouldn't tell them about the towel, but I think it's live on the internet, so they may know. Anybody's watching from downstairs. Yeah. Sorry. It'll wash out.
It's all right.
Bleach
We're
it.
at.
Okay. Okay.
There's a will, man. We don't let obstacles
I still
get in
see.
our way.
I still see that. I still see that cork though. Is it gonna pour?
Yeah, it'll pour out of there.
All
It's floating.
Is that
It'll pour out.
is that Josh wine?
It's Josh.
I see it on the cork.
Hey, listen, don't judge.
I'm not judging. I've had Josh, obviously, or I wouldn't know what that was. I've also had Cupcake.
best.
That's how I know what that is.
The best I could
Ooh,
do at
fancy,
7-Eleven this
fancy.
time of night.
All right, well, go ahead. I'll be ready to cheers. I got my drink already poured. I'll make you jealous after I cheers you.
You must have Jameson.
No,
something.
no, I don't. I actually have something even specialer, if that's a word. More special. Kind of. It's an interesting thing to talk about. Well, just wait. Just wait.
This is, you know what this is reminding me of? This is like communion wine.
Oh, Josh.
This is all over the place. But I'm in it.
All right.
Make sure I get it all up. Okay. All right, kids. Here's to a successful endeavor. Cheers, buddy.
Bonk. Cheers.
This is a Cabernet Sauvignon.
That is my favorite of all the wines, I would say.
You know,
For red wine. For red wine.
I'm generally a white, sweet.
Oh, you like a Riesling? You like a Riesling?
A Riesling, yeah.
I like
or
Riesling.
anything. Like in Germany, I would drink a Schmidson Spätlese, which is a late grape. So the later the grape, the sweeter it is. So they would harvest grapes, and you'd leave so many on the vine, and go in and harvest them again if the frost didn't kill them. Then you'd leave some still. You'd still leave some. And then if you could get those before the frost got to them, those were the late grapes and the sweetest ones, dessert wine kind of.
Okay.
And I fell in love with those. I fell in love with that.
I gotta admit, I thought they just added sugar to it to make the dessert wines. Didn't know it was a natural process.
Natural process. There's some name for that. I would, if it had to do with bread, I think I'd know. But the sugars concentrate in the berry somehow or another.
So what I'm drinking is something that I found in Hawthorne. Actually, Melrose, I think, is where I bought it. Anyway, it's Uncle Nearest single barrel, which is ordinarily $98 and like $99 a bottle. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it would be.
So I go into this liquor store and I'm like, why is this was $98.99 and now is $25.99? And so I just asked the clerk, it's like, why is this $100 bottle cut down to $25? And he said, they're going bankrupt. I was like, what? So
really?
Yeah, really.
Load yourself up. Load up.
So, well, I bought 2 bottles. And it's good. This one's 119 proof, which is good. And it's hand numbered and it's got a, handwritten.
Ooh, pretty bottle.
Yeah, it's nice. So, so I remember, because Heather was like, I've never heard of this Uncle Nearest. I was like, oh, I have. I vaguely remembered the story, and then we looked it up to shore up the memory. He was a former slave, and he was the first African American master distiller on record anyway. And
Mhm.
he taught Jack Daniels how to distill.
How about
And
that?
so his name was Nathan. Let's see. I looked this up because I wanted to make sure I got it right, and then I forgot. Green. Yeah, Nathan Nearest Green. Nearest was like his nickname, I guess. Uncle Nearest.
Mhm.
And he perfected what's called the Lincoln County process, which is using sugar maple charcoal filtering. Very similar to what my friend Corey does at his distillery in Floral, Alabama, just across the line.
Yeah,
When
remember
he
you
does
telling me about him.
moonshine and he distills and then he runs it through activated charcoal. And then he goes through he puts it through the active charcoal a couple of times. And that just it sucks out some of the impurities, but it leaves behind the alcohol and um, a cleaner flavor.
Yeah,
Excellent,
because
excellent.
the charcoal does that. The charcoal does
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It clarifies it. It takes out some of the crap, junk.
Yeah.
And so like the difference after he started using the charcoal process was so huge. But anyway, not to take away from Uncle Nearest here. He was a master distiller, and basically Jack Daniels used him for his knowledge. And
Yeah.
then Jack Daniels became the bigger distiller.
Right.
Um, which
That
is,
happens a lot.
unfortunate, but that happens a lot in
Yeah.
history, I guess. But let's see, he began distilling in the 1860s. Jack Daniels did, because
Mhm.
he sought out Nathan Green because of his notoriety in the distilling world.
How about that? There's
And
a Black History
his well,
lesson.
it gets deeper because the technique that he was using with the charcoal is a West African technique, which I didn't realize. And it created the smooth Tennessee whiskey standard. Then it
So the
was
Tennessee whiskey smooth
yeah,
history comes from the old country.
it comes from West Africa, according to these historical facts that I'm reading. And then somebody kind of relaunched it, and well, she sought out like the great great granddaughter of Nathan Green, and
Right?
brought her on as the face of the company, even though she wasn't the owner of the company, but people just assumed. And then
Of
they
course.
this lady that did this, she inflated their value and the number of barrels that they had, and it wasn't legit. And so investors are pissed and they are getting sued like crazy. As they
So
should.
that's hence the bankruptcy, going out of business.
Yep. Yep. So thanks to some shyster, I have really nice liquor here to drink at a discounted price. But but how sad for that piece of history to be tarnished by some shyster lady,
Yeah,
She's a
people are
black lady
always chasing
too.
the money.
Yeah, she's a black
She's
lady
what?
too. That she's black.
She was
That make
makes it worse.
almost makes it worse because she's
Does
taking
make it worse.
advantage of that black family history. And come on, man, why?
Yeah, money. Lately I've been running into people wanting to work with us at the academy, and the first thing out of their mouth is money. And we can make you this, we could do this. And and they don't realize that those words right there have completely killed it. We're not They don't know who we are. They don't know anything about our culture. They don't
Right.
know anything. All they think about is the money. And if you chase, and we're not making any money because you know what, we're free,
Right.
and there's more reward in that, I think, than
Oh,
anything.
but what you're doing currently has paid off in another avenue that won't cost your viewers a dime, right? Go on, tell
You
them.
talking?
YouTube.
What? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, YouTube used to be our closet. It used to be the place where if I made something and I wanted to share it with you, it was too big, so I couldn't send it on a text. I couldn't send it on a messenger message. So I'd stick it on YouTube to get a
Yep.
URL, a link that I could share. And that's
Hmm.
all YouTube was until we started the academy. And then I started making content for the academy for them in the classroom. And I would put it on YouTube to, house it. And then the next thing I know, it found an audience. It just kind of blew up. And then we reached, drum roll please, 5,000 subscribers day before yesterday. 5,000.
5,000.
Yeah, 48,000 watch hours, some ridiculous number. Thank you.
That
kindly.
is
Thank you.
incredible. That's incredible, man.
Think
That's
about
a
it. Where we
lot.
were before.
Oh my gosh. I'm chasing that, but I don't know why, because I'm not gonna make any money off of it either. Or not.
Well,
Well,
you and I talked about it. When we first started talking about this, we started, we were like, you were telling me about getting monetized on YouTube, and I didn't know anything about it. And I said, well, how long before I get monetized? I want to get monetized. And we thought a year, 2, and here it is a month later. And
you
I gotta
deserve it
thank.
though, man. You deserve it because you have been busting your tail and staying hard at it, and leading people in a way that belongs.
We've got fortunately the people who are bread bakers are good people
Oh
to
yeah,
begin with.
yeah, for
And
sure.
we put a bunch of them in the room together, and it sort of takes care of itself.
Yep.
And if it were not for those guys, and I could sit here in my head and name 25 of our members who are just carrying the show. And because I sit where I do, I get all the accolades and that attaboys, and you guys are doing a fine job. But the fact of the matter is, it's them. It really
Well,
is.
you put it into place, but they help keep it going. Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me.
they are the flywheel without question.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, don't take anything away from yourself. You deserve the accolades. You do.
Well, thank you. I
And
work
I'm proud of
hard.
you.
I appreciate that. But we're doing really good things. People are baking better bread.
Yeah.
And misinformation is at a minimum.
Right.
And we've got a really tough one this week.
Okay. What you doing
We
this week?
are baking an Italian rustic ciabatta, 80% hydration.
Ooh, no.
Right?
Yeah,
So
I'm out.
I'm throwing. They're in the deep end, and see, and that is the thing. When I first said this on Monday, I scared the heck out of a lot of people, and they saw the recipe, they see 80% hydration, and like, I'm out. I can't do that. I can barely get my sandwich bread to come together.
Ciabatta is so sticky. Oh, so
But
sticky.
man,
I
imagine
know.
if you stay with the process and it comes together and it works. The
I've
confidence
done
you
it.
gain.
I've done it before. And you can't. Okay, everybody out there, if I can do it, you can do it, because I rarely go above 65%
Yes,
hydration. Rarely.
he's a sandwich bread dude. He's a 65 percenter all the way.
As much as possible. If I
And there's
breach
no
68%, it's a rarity.
yeah, it's a rare thing. But the thing is there is no right hydration. There's just a right hydration for what you're trying to create.
Yeah, for sure. And if
So
you want those big open bubbles in your crumb, you gotta have a hydration. I know that. I
got
know.
to.
If you
And
don't, you
ciabatta
won't.
is
If you don't,
more
you won't.
about you won't. And ciabatta is more about it's about the big bubbles, but it's not going to show off those bubbles like you would in a typical um, a sourdough loaf because it's a slipper. It's like a bedroom shoe. And did you know that's what ciabatta means?
Slipper.
Ciabatta means slipper.
Hmm.
And so the whole thing here, the lesson in this week is trust the process, wet hands for sticky dough, and fold, coil folds. Why don't you can't do stretch and folds with this because it's too delicate. We're
It
doing
is.
coil fold. So the whole week's curriculum has been around coil folding, uh, not being afraid of high hydration dough, and
I haven't been
know
I haven't been
I
on this
know
week apparently.
no they are freaking out about it. They're freaking out, but
Oh yeah.
you
And
know,
I can empathize, not just sympathize, empathize with their fear because I mean, it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. But
so
okay,
I'm thinking.
but I did conquer it before, so I do know the secret is that basically you're using flour to make it not so sticky in the final proof.
Exactly. And
So
that's
it's just getting
counter.
it there. It's just getting it
And
there.
and that's counter to everything you teach all the time, which is
Yeah.
don't add
Yeah.
flour, don't add a bunch of extra flour because you don't want to change the recipe. Don't add a bunch of extra flour. And here I'm
You're
saying
not really
you're going to
adding
need a lot of flour.
flour. You're not
You're
really
not.
adding flour though. Well, I mean you are, but only to the outside.
That's
You
right. It's
want the
not going in the
inside to stay really hydrated and sticky
right.
and goopy and oh my god, I don't want to touch it kind of.
That's right. So you've got to the flour is just protecting the outside. It's not going into the recipe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, so this morning I'm thinking about this process and wondering what more could we do to prepare. And I'm thinking about a couche. Most people don't have a couche in their home. Most
Right.
bakers don't. Um,
I do.
so we got to figure out a way to improvise and handle that. Have you? What do you use?
Well, I have a couche, but I've only used it once. Um
See,
that that one time I made ciabatta. um but I have used a floured tea towel before.
perfect. Yeah,
Terry,
not a
but tea
bath
towel. It's
towel,
a flat woven towel,
tight,
and it works. It does work.
and nothing fluffy. Nothing fluffy. It
No,
has
no,
to
no. It needs
be
to be flat. You can
and
use
tight.
a pillowcase too. You can use a pillowcase.
That's what I did. I use a pillowcase all the time. Something that you can put pleats between the loaves. Now, I made ciabatta last week, and I was putting away towels in my linen closet, and I noticed on the top shelf I had these sterile, and I hesitate to say it, but I don't care. These hospital bed liners. If you're in the hospital, they put these bed liners under you so it'll absorb
Yep.
any mishap or whatever.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I had surgery a couple of years ago, and when I left, I took everything with me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
I mean,
had
they want you
these.
to. Anyway, once
Yeah.
it's open, it's open.
So these big, sizable blue bed things. On one side is the absorbent side, and the other side is not. These are the perfect bread couche. Perfect. Because they fold nice and easy, and the flour doesn't get stuck inside of them, and you can just take it outside and shake it off and fold it back up and stick it back in the closet. You've got it for next time.
Oh, you would use it again?
Yes, you could use these again and again and again.
What?
Absolutely.
They're paper though. Is it
They are
really?
paper, but on the other side is the absorbent diaper side. So it's
Yeah.
heavier duty than just paper.
Okay.
But man,
I mean, no,
it's
I think I have some of those at my house, from somebody else's surgery, but it doesn't matter.
I'll use it on the non-absorbent side. I
Okay.
turn the absorbent side down and put the flour on the paper side, and then I just man, I got pictures of it. It works
You
beautifully. So I
you
did
sent me a
big post
you sent me a
today.
picture, but I thought it was like a temporary thing. Like, this
Yeah, I
is
did send you a
this is
picture
a
of it.
one-time
No,
go.
that
I can't
sucker
believe it.
is
I can't believe you can use it
great
again.
again and again and again. And it's better
I
than
mean,
making somebody mad about your pillowcase because you don't want to do that too often. But it's
no.
that's all you need. All you need is something that you can proof your bread, in that's flat. Because
Right.
the other thing is a Banneton. Banneton's the same thing.
Yeah.
Banneton is
Yeah.
you're proofing it in something, and the couche is you're creating something to proof in.
It's just easier to make that long shape, the slipper shape with a couche or
Mhm.
whatever. Um,
So I'm envisioning all the problems. I'm envisioning the challenges that are coming. And the couche was one of them. The other now is because you're having to teach things that are opposite the way you tell them. Like, don't add flour, don't add flour. Now, here, add flour.
right.
And the next is we're going to proof this seam side up
Yeah.
instead of seam side down. And the challenge I see happening is now how do you get it from the couche onto your parchment onto your stone? Typically, what you're going to use, a peel, like a
Yeah.
uh,
A
baguette
really
peel.
long, appeal, but you can use a spatula if you have a long spatula, which I happen to have one. Um, I've used a pizza peel when I didn't have
Mhm.
a spatula, which I mean is a little bit big, but you just come at it from the side
Yeah, and flip it
and
using the couche
kind
to
of
flip it.
yeah, exactly. And then I'm trying to think. There was some other way that I've done the same thing. Because when I first started sourdough, I was doing like overnight sourdough, where
Mhm.
you wouldn't do anything to it. You would just make you a blob basically, and then uh, lay it out, and then cut it
Right.
into the pieces, and it made a ciabatta like um, result. It wasn't ciabatta, but it was similar. Um, what did I use for that? I have a hamburger turner that I use for so
I
many
see that.
things
That'll work. What I
because
what
it's a
I
little bit
do,
longer. It's like 6 inches, 6 or
yeah,
eight
that's
inches.
perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah,
But
but not
you
everybody
gotta
has
kind
that.
of have some hand-eye coordination to do that. You've had to have done it a few times to really feel comfortable with it. Because you don't the thing is, you don't want to be hesitant. You don't
Oh,
want to get in
oh,
there and hesitate.
I remember what the other thing is, and forgive me for having these in my kitchen, but I do have some. Those really thin cutting boards. The plastic ones where it's like they
Yes.
usually come with like a fish on one and a cow on another one, and so it's supposed to be sanitary. They're they're not good for you because you got the microplastic stuff going on,
And yeah, that was what
uh,
I'm gonna say. That's the other thing. We had a
but
discussion about microplastics.
they're stiff enough that you can slide it in underneath it and lift it up and then dump it onto a stone
Good deal.
or a tray or whatever. Yep.
One of the things you can do, what I like to do, because I've done this a time or two, is I've got two metal bench scrapers, and I just come at it from either end and then back out.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not squishing it, you're not disturbing the bubbles at all. So you just go in, let the two bench scrapers go under, and then you place it where you want it.
What Tracy
But yeah,
said is another thing that I've done to transfer keto, which is you proof it on folded parchment paper. So you make your little
Done
peaks
that
in
too.
between to separate it, and then you can just pick up the whole piece of parchment paper and slide it onto a baking sheet,
Pizza peel or baking sheet,
or
and get
slide it
in.
off of a baking sheet onto a steel, or a stone.
Tracy
Yeah,
is
good tip, Tracy.
brilliant
Good
when it
tip.
comes to stuff up like that. Yeah, she's smart when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be special. I've been all week long. I've been answering the question. So, how do the bake-alongs work? How do we do this? And then because you think, okay, we've done this enough. Now everybody knows, but that's not the truth.
No.
Because we've grown 200 members in the last 28 days.
Yep. So
That's nuts.
a pretty good percentage of people are new.
A lot of them are new, and we got to bring them along. We got some good people though coming in, some really good people coming in, and I'm really happy to see that. They jump right in.
I'm
We've got
I'm happy to see that too. So we jumped down a different rabbit hole. When I was telling you about what I did last weekend, I went to Hawthorne, Florida to go to the scout training. Well, to drive Heather to scout training. I actually ended up doing some online training while I was at the Airbnb. But
it was your anniversary.
It was our
Happy
anniversary
again.
Thank you. Yeah, we went like the next day, actually, right after the show. And so I was gonna cook somewhere else in Florida, just because I could cook at home all the time, so I should cook somewhere else in Florida. So I'm in Central Florida, and I took some steaks to make at the Airbnb for Heather and I for our anniversary the next day, but it doesn't matter. And we rented a school bus. Yes. It's an Airbnb in the 1996.
That was your Airbnb?
Yes. It's a 1996 school bus, which is the year I graduated high school. A 1996 school bus that had been renovated into like basically a travel trailer, or an RV. It had a queen size bed in the back side of it, back where the emergency exit is. There were none of the bus seats were in it anymore. It had a toilet, a shower. It had a kitchen. I'll call it a kitchenette because it wasn't quite a full kitchen, but
galley.
And then it had a couch. Galley, exactly. Had a couch, but you could sit in the bus driver's seat, and like it still had the door opening, where you had to swing the thing. I've never done that before, so that was pretty fun. Heather was like, "Ooh, I've always wanted to do this," so she sat in the seat and opened the door for me. But I was nervous about cooking in this bus. There was a vintage Magic Chef propane range and oven in the bus, but I was nervous. I was like, nah, not gonna smoke up this bus with these steaks. No. And it's only been there for like almost a year. I don't even think it was a whole year old yet. And but they were reclaiming the land. It was built on a former landfill there in Central Florida, and they had rehabilitated the land. They had native grasses growing, some native plants. They got a frog pond, like a little trail through the bamboo and the sweet gums, and it was like a nature retreat on this
just
property.
in time for Earth Day, which was yesterday.
Yeah, just in time for Earth Day. So So anyway, I was like, I don't really think I want to cook inside the bus. And so I talked to the host and she said, "Oh, we have a barbecue grill." I was like, "Okay." And then it was like a charcoal barbecue grill. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like fire up a charcoal grill to cook 2 steaks.
Tuesday.
And I still had green beans and some mushrooms. And anyway, and I had a pan that was sent to me from Surat's Kitchen. That's a titanium hammered pan that's non-stick
Man,
with no coating.
you get more
Incredible.
stuff.
Dude, it's an incredible pan. I've had it for months. And I said that in the video actually. I was like, I've had this for months and I was supposed to do this video a long time ago and I didn't do it. So here is my cooking in a Surat's Kitchen hammered
I don't ever get
titanium
any of those
uncoated pan.
deals. I never get any of that.
Buddy, this one's a good one. If you want a non-stick pan that's not coated with any chemicals, it's pure titanium. There's steel in the middle. There has to be because it works on induction. But it's like 3 layers of titanium. Or
That means it'll
2 layers.
never break.
Oh, no, it's not breaking. It's not breaking. And it's a hammered pattern, which what that does is that creates little pockets for the oil or butter or whatever you use. And
Keeps it from sliding all over the place.
it keeps it from, well, no, it keeps it from sticking because it has little pockets of oil or butter underneath the food. So it's not just stuck to a flat surface. And boy, it cleans up so nice. It is a beautiful
Why
pan.
aren't you putting up the QR code to that? That's the kind of stuff we need to be talking about.
That's a good question. And I did not prepare a QR code for that. But let's see. Well, I could probably find my code. It's gonna be Surat's Kitchen.
See, I couldn't even begin to do that.
.com.
I need to do more of that.
Chef Dave, maybe.
I need to do more of that because I have clients who have sent us some additional discounts that my members could really use.
Yeah.
So they'll like right now they're asking about bread bags and beeswax bread bags. And we've got the same person at Mod Kitchen.
Yeah, you don't even need the beeswax bread bags. The ones
No.
from Mod Kitchen are great.
They are just spectacular. I've got 3 of them.
Yep.
And I love them. And they were on sale yesterday too. What, 22% off for Earth Day?
Oh,
And I never got it. I never got it up.
I totally didn't know that.
See, I didn't get it up. And yesterday, Wire Monkey had 22% off sale. I got that one up. I told as many people about that as I could. But I just need to do a better job of letting our members know when there are opportunities to save a dime or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've kind of got it built into the recipe pantry.
The Chef Dave coupon didn't work, but I mean the Chef Dave didn't work, but I'll just, you know what? They deserve this actually because I'm such a dope and I did not do what I said I was going to do, which was promote it faster than I did. So yeah, they deserve this actually.
I've got one like that. I need to make up. They sent me a magnetic knife.
Oh, a knife bar.
Yeah, and it's really
nice.
And I just never got around to doing their promotion. No, I did a little bit. I mean, I did enough to satisfy my obligation, but
right,
it's nice. So I really should be doing it more than that because it's nicer than just that.
Right.
You've got people out there hawking stuff all the time because they're trying to, sell stuff. And I don't have time to
Right.
do all that. If I can save you some money on something that you can really use or something that I use, I'll tell you about it. But beyond that, I'm not going to come pushing stuff down the throat.
Right. Absolutely. So let's see if we can.
Here, let
Let's
me
see if we
grab some.
can upload that image.
Grab my
Should I
shoe.
steal it? Yeah. This is not for the faint of heart. Trying to do this on the fly. I don't know why I decided to do this,
We always do
but
this.
we always
And
do
you know
this.
what?
It's true.
So what's missing? What's missing from tonight's show? My the sound of my mouse.
Yeah. That's true.
Tell them about my mouse. I've got a
Henry
heavy finger.
Henry should be known for mouse abuse is what he might go to jail for mouse abuse if anybody ever catches him.
When I get frustrated or
Clicks the heck out
behind
of
or
that
in a
thing.
hurry, I click the heck out of it. You're like, leave that mouse
Yeah.
alone.
That's true. I do say that. Poor
What am I gonna
mouse. Treating that mouse like a whipping boy.
Ooh, I need to clean up this man's scissors.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Look at that.
There it is.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
That's the actual pan that they sent me, and it is so good. It's their hammered. It's the titanium hammered pro, and it is
How much?
so good.
much
Let's
is
see. The standard one is $157. It's on sale right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Not
no,
for a pan
it's
that
not
you're
bad at
never
all.
gonna-
And
Not bad for a pan that you're never gonna have to replace.
yeah, absolutely not. So here, let me just Sirot's kitchen. All right, there we go. All right, where you at? I'm gonna find out what my discount code is because there is one. All right, let's see. I got so many emails. 15%. Yep, there's a 15% code. And I'm pretty sure I told him that I wanted it to be Chef Dave. That's usually what I do.
I found a link shortener. It's a part of another package that I have for helping them to navigate the academy. And
Yes.
and the reason I chose them is because you know how sometimes like with Bitly, you put in the code that you want and it's always taken. It's always taken.
Yeah.
But there's nobody using this one hardly at all, so I get to choose what I want. It's nice.
Nice. Oh well. I don't know what the code is. There's currently a Mother's Day promotion going on for 10% off.
When is Mother's Day?
Soon?
Yeah, very soon.
It's May. Yeah, it's really soon. Let's see. Help me out, Google Calendar. Where are you at? It's gonna be on a Sunday.
Always is. You got to buy the croissant.
It's May the 10th.
So we have 2 weeks.
Oh, so we got it's the week after Star Wars Day. Remember that.
May 4th. May the
4th be with you.
I
Or
love
Cinco de
that.
Mayo, whichever you wish.
May the 4th be with you. So we got to think of something and that's on a Sunday. So we got to think of a Mother's Day connection. Something to do with all our mothers. I'll come up with something. We'll think of it. I don't know what I did last year, but
a lot of times I do like strawberry roses. You know how to cut a strawberry rose?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had an employee teach me how to do that actually one day at the cafe. They were like, oh, it's whatever it was, Valentine's Day or something. we should make strawberry roses. I was like, okay. You gonna show me how this goes? And she's like, yeah, here it is. And she started cutting it. And I was like, well, okay. We're making strawberry roses for every woman that comes in here. And
So
we
what
did.
about what kind of bread can we do for Mother's Day?
Well, do an Italian bread. Do an Italian bread. Because they use the madre,
Madre.
which is mother in Italian.
Madre. Pasta madre.
Pasta madre.
But we
Stiff
need
starter.
something pretty. We need something. You know what would be good? Is some kind of monkey bread that has strawberries or something in it. Something that would look good on a Mother's Day table.
Monkey bread is always like honey and cinnamon or brown sugar and cinnamon.
Well, I'm thinking of visual, something that has a good visual impact.
I mean, I can hear where you're headed with this because you're thinking red, right? But
yeah.
But red, either it's made with fake, the artificial colors.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Which we don't want to do. We don't want to do that. What about freeze-dried raspberries? Freeze-dried raspberries are very, very good, and they're pretty readily available too. You just crush them up, and if you add them to your dry ingredients, you'll get a nice little tanginess, and then nice color too. Yep, that's what I'd say. And in fact, what looks like a rose, but a swirl, like a cinnamon roll. So what if we did like raspberry swirl buns? Yeah?
That sounds like it. All right. Have we done cinnamon rolls? I don't think we've done cinnamon rolls.
I don't think so. But I'll tell you, I can take this one on actually. I got some pretty good cinnamon roll action going on. So let me see if I can hop on and get me some freeze-dried raspberries. And I'll make sure that everybody gets an advance notice so that you can order yours too, because you're gonna have to order them. The chances of you having freeze-dried raspberries are super slim.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Colleen says you did do cinnamon rolls.
I did.
Yep. But
yeah, we did.
You didn't do raspberry with cocoa.
We can come up. They don't have to be cinnamon rolls. They can be. We can do something. As a matter of fact, we can get Colleen and Tracy and the bunch to think about what they would be cool for Mother's Day.
Trying to take away my fun idea?
No. I like your idea. I like your idea.
I'm just kidding.
The only thing that makes me pause is that I don't want to necessarily have to have people order stuff.
Why not?
Because it's a barrier to entry. I typically like to kind of stay with stuff that you might otherwise have in your pantry, or you can get at Walmart. I don't know.
Walmart. By the way, Tracy says that they did when they did cinnamon rolls that Sandy and her started oven fires.
They did. I can't believe they did that.
White chocolate strawberry swirl bread. Okay.
Fancy. Who said that? Tracy?
That was Tracy also.
All right. I won't let you down. We'll come up with something.
I'm a fan of the freeze-dried raspberries.
I like that. I like that too. I do like that.
Raspberries and white chocolate are really good together too.
They are. I like strawberries and white chocolate. I used to make this strawberry bread when I first started out at the farmer's market that I thought was just the best. And I look back at pictures of it now, and I think, oh my gosh, I used to sell that to people.
Well, apparently it did okay.
I don't like looking back at pictures from those days because I think I used to sell that to people. People used to buy that.
Man,
Um,
I get it. I totally get it because like some of the pictures from the cafe, when I look back, I'm like, man, I put that on the internet for all to see.
I
And
know.
it was just that it was a bad photo. It wasn't really that the food was great, but the photos were terrible. But that was the technology we had back then. You
Yeah,
gotta like when you were selling bread, it's probably about the same time I had the cafe anyway.
probably.
So I mean, it's about the same technology level. Nobody had
I
anything
look back
great.
because we've been talking about YouTube lately, and I'm
Yep.
looking back at videos that were high performers. My highest performer is because it's the oldest. It's been there
Mm.
the longest. That's all. And it's this a ridiculous how to freeze your bread with
Oh, you
me
told
with
me about
some
that.
chef hat, this black chef hat on that looks ridiculous. And I desperately want to take it down, but
Mm.
I can't because it's responsible for a lot of views. I can't take it down, but I
No,
don't
don't
want
take it
anybody.
down.
But I
Don't
don't
take
want
it
anybody
down.
to see it. I don't want
It's
anybody to
too
see
late.
it. That's the thing.
It's too late. They also see the date on it and they're like, "Oh,
Okay.
this was the beginning. It's all good."
Shit.
I
It's
took down
ridiculous.
I took down a bunch of videos and it's not they weren't good performers, so I didn't lose anything, but they were just so way off brand for what I
Yeah.
do now. Because they were like, well, one of them was actually my music video from before I moved here. I shot a music video for a song that I wrote called Anything. And I mean, I was proud of it back then. And it was good. It was good. And my friend, it was his first directorial debut.
Hmm.
And he had some cool shots in it. And I've showed it to people. It's not like I'm hiding it, but like it just doesn't fit the Chef Dave Palmer vibe, right? So I've taken it down. But then, like, my wife just said the other day, she was like, I forgot what I played. And she was like, the song I liked was that one about love and harmony. And I never recorded that song. I I recorded it with a video, but I never recorded it. And then I put it on Facebook, or maybe I put it on Facebook. I put it on YouTube, and yeah, it
Who's
just
that?
doesn't
Is
fit the
that
vibe.
Colleen?
It's Colleen. So she said orange brioche rolls. Okay. Donna Mae is always making some sort of orange brioche, and that looks divine and could be dressed up in different ways. I agree.
Agree with that. I agree with that.
And then Colleen also says something fresh for spring.
That's true. Colleen, don't let me forget. Send me like a DM or something. Don't let me forget because
Although
I
orange is
will.
definitely like a winter flavor. It's not really spring.
We'll
You,
get there.
you know what I've been eating?
What's
And
that?
not everybody's going to have these, so just don't ignore that part of it. But dewberries. You know what I'm talking about?
Do
Like
not.
wild blackberries.
Oh yeah, we got wild blackberries here.
Some people call them brambleberries. They're all
Yeah,
over the South.
brambleberries.
Yeah, they're all over the
On
South.
little sticker bushes that grow up next to the house.
Yep.
Yeah, I made like bread out of that last year. I collected them from like the neighbors' yards.
We I have loads of them. And my number 3 said she's like, when we gonna pick these berries? I'm like, all right, they need a couple more days. But when they're ready, you and I are gonna go pick them. So we did. We picked 4 pints of dewberries
I
off
love
of
blueberries.
the fence. And then my friend Justin, who works for me, does some handyman type stuff.
Mhm.
Um, he said, "Oh, you got all kinds of these over there on the other on the other shed. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, my hands were purple yesterday because I was picking
Yeah, I
them
was
and
going
eating
to
them.
say
He
they
said,
will
you got a
stain.
gallon. You got a
They will
gallon of them over
stain
there.
the daylights out of you
They
and
will.
everything they touch.
I'm good at picking them without getting stuck, but um
Without
been
getting stained, they'll
yeah, without
stain.
getting stained. Okay. So Finn says, and she's absolutely right. You don't pick berries, you tickle them. You tickle them off
That's
for the
true.
fine.
Tickle them off. Tickle them off.
If you tickle them off, you don't get stained and you don't get sour ones either.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's a good idea.
So I think Finn and I probably need to go take a trip over to the shed tomorrow and see if we can tickle some more off for the weekend.
Dave, we're getting long in the tooth here, and I have got to get up early in the morning for some track and field events.
All right.
I'm glad you were able to pull me in tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you came. Glad you came. And thanks for coming in live from the hotel. It looks like I'll be doing that same thing from the Airstream during summer camp
I want to
because I'll
see
be at,
that.
well, not to go down another rabbit trail, but I'm using the Airstream as the restroom facilities at a training because there's no bathroom there, no available bathroom at this campground that we're going to. It's all RVs. And so I talked to the campground owner. He's a guy that I know, he in my town. And I said, hey, if we bring over my Airstream to use as our bathroom, is that okay? He's like, yeah, sure. We'll set you up. So we're going to use the Airstream as the bathroom. Well, I got in the Airstream and I was like, oh, I got to clean up the Airstream, get it ready for people to come in and use it. And I'm not even going to camp in it. I'm going to be a trooper and camp in the tent like everybody else.
Tent like everybody else.
I don't know why. I could have air conditioning
And a TV.
and a TV, but people will be coming into my Airstream in the night. Got to go to the
All night
bathroom.
long.
So I don't know about that. So anyway, there is a leak in the toilet. The thing that I need, there's a leak. And so tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm going to the RV repair place and getting a part, hopefully just a part, not a whole toilet, to replace what's leaking in my Airstream toilet. Man,
It ain't one thing, it's another.
no good deed goes unpunished. That's what
right.
what this is. But
If
anyway,
it ain't one thing, it's another.
yeah. So hopefully I'm not buying a toilet in the morning, but if I do, oh well,
Oh well.
oh well.
It's money down the toilet.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. All right, bud.
All right, bud.
This wine is starting to kick in.
All right. Well, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your bottle of Josh wine. And
thank you guys for tuning in to us.
Tell Yolanda thank you for letting us do our thing.
I appreciate that. I'm sure she will. And come bake with us this weekend. We are baking ciabatta, like I told you, in the academy. And you can find all the recipes that you're looking for without having to go through the river of alligators that you do with ads, pop-ups, and all of that at pantry.bakinggreatbread.com. That's the recipe pantry for Crust and Come Academy. All right? So come join us.
All right.
QR code's up on the screen. Thank you, buddy. You're such a good producer.
Thank you. I try. All right, everybody. Signing off. See you all later. Thanks for coming. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and good night.
Hey, liking and subscribing is more important than you think.